New adventures bring new challenges. Even as the heat rises, dandruff and grease won't stand a chance. With new Clear Men, powered by triple formula technology. To eliminate dandruff, itch, and grease, gives you 8 hours of freshness and 100% dandruff-free hair. New Clear Men, 0% dandruff, 100% confidence.
From shadows they emerge, unknown and forging their path from where they've been. From weakness to strength, they'll rise anew, transforming their fate, destined to pursue. See the world, their journey unfolds through trials and triumphs. Their story is told as the dark night falls. They'll defy, for in the depths of darkness, heroes will rise out of heroes. Rise out of heroes. Rise out of heroes. For in the darkest of nights, heroes will rise. When the world they calls your name with cheers and acclaim through the land of where chaos reigns. In the face of the storm, they'll answer the call through fire. They're never gonna fall. See the world, their journey unfolds through trials and triumphs. Their story is told as the dark night falls. They'll defy, for in the depths of darkness, heroes will rise out of heroes. Rise out of heroes.
لحظات البداية عاشت معنا. كنا نحسبها وقت للتسلية بس، نحسبها بس ذكريات ابتكرنا فيها ابتكارات، وإذا بغينا قلبناها خرافات. كنا نحسبها بس لمة وصحبة وسهرات،
انتبه نوب ترى نوب.
لكن كنا نشوف عالم،
ريت يشغل وقته بشيء يفيده.
الله عليك على اليد سود.
عالم كبر وعاش فينا، عالم الحماس فيه يوصلك كل مرة لحلم أصعب، بس ما يصعب عليك. بارد معك وين ما تروح.
Hey guys, salam alaikum. Mara Aquino here.
Dawood Sandstorm here.
We're here at the Players Lounge exploring here at the Esports World Cup.
The strongest teams in the world are gathered here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, to fight for the right to be crowned the world's best esports club.
And for MSC 2024 at the Esports World Cup, we started with 23 participating teams fighting for the lion's share of $3 million prize pool.
But after the wild card and 2 days of groups, we are down to just 14 teams.
As for us, we get to see who's better at air hockey.
What? We have Group C matches, by the way.
See you at the Amazon Arena.
Third group stage day of Mid-Season Cup 2024. Good day, everyone, from the beautiful city of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. My name is Lafel. Alongside with me is our analyst. It's Wolf and Leo, where we'll be looking at Group C. And how are you guys feeling, gentlemen?
Oh, shukran for asking. It's my debut on the analyst stand, and I've been watching you guys do your work the past couple of days, and I can't wait to share what I've known, what I've seen so far in the groups.
I have to be honest, and I think that all of the fans of MLBB who has been following us for a while knows this. I'm legitimately scared today.
Oh, here's the thing. Today is Group C. I'm excited, happy, scared. And I know I already said scared, but I'm going to double it down. I'm afraid as well, because a lot of things can happen for today. But let's talk about yesterday, man, because yesterday, it was quite the roller coaster ride, because up until the end, we were unsure who is actually going to be the ones making into the knockout stage.
I think it came down to the very last matchup, wherein if it ended in any sweep, we would have seen a tiebreaker matchup which extended day two, which would have extended the lives of teams in that group. But as it is, I think we've seen the shocks, we've seen the twists and turns early in the day, which allowed for the ending to be just as sweet.
Fireflux just really made my day yesterday, not because of what they were able to achieve, but because of how they now have woken up, and I think that they're performing as advertised, because this is what we expected them to be performing at. But, you know, they kind of increased that level because we saw that even TNC is playing Assassins now, you know. So I'm very happy about the results from yesterday.
Well, for you guys, just in case if you guys missed what happened yesterday, here's a quick recap of what happened in day two of Group A.
Welcome to Riyadh, the host country of MSC 2024, where legends clash and glory awaits.
The alien takes the top to secure it. He gets him! JPL now extending.
As you guys saw in the recap, a lot of the being around, for the winning team and the losing team. One thing that didn't show was the keys. After we know which teams is going to the knockout stage, the teams that didn't make it through, we saw the hydraulic press stomping on the knees of the losing team.
I'm not so sure if that's the exact sound, but I'm pretty sure it was bone crushing.
Yes.
It was agonizing for the teams. And just with the recap, I was reminded of not just how Fireflux finally came out as advertised, as expected, but also the shocking consistency of NIP Flash. Because I gotta tell you, man, Singapore's on the rise. Singapore is on another level now. Who saw that coming?
We did. We did.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I mean, here's the thing, Leo. Here's the thing, Leo.
This guy.
You did an amazing job yesterday casting, but we got to look at Pepsi's top reaction from what happened yesterday.
Now Takashi with the Black Dragon for him into the back line. Three-man Petrify, but they have the Purify now as they'll be able to escape for now. King gonna be caught all alone. Like Compounds is enough to deal with him, and that's a 3-for-1 trade despite the big plays being made by RQ Akira. Three-man taunt, he does, but he'll pay for it with his life.
That's it.
Sunshine and the Mistwalker to the front again to crack that base open, and it's game 1 over to Fireflux. Knocked up onto Luis Ford. Now he'd like to find a ball being committed as well. The best file goes to Lagosta. He's down. Diablo finds the pick of a lifetime, trading his life. Back with the Lord is too strong. It's too big. Annabelle's melted down. Fluffy tries his best, but they can't clear up these waves. Sunshine going straight for the base to get the 2-0 against Eve of Glory.
As I was talking about the keys, our Pepsi star reaction actually shows the keys. And can we have an insight of your reaction when you saw the keys getting crushed?
Oh, he just showed us.
He just showed us.
He didn't talk about it.
Yeah. That's how but it's heart-wrenching, especially because you know that this actually is sentimental against the players, because it's literally their keys that has to be destroyed, and then eventually it will be piled up and will be given to the victors. It kind of it's a trophy of your conquest.
Yeah,
basically.
For the first time in I think the history of our esport, your tournament life became tangible. Your tournament life it got physical, fam. Can I just say that? It got physical.
It definitely got physical. In fact, there's a lot more for us to talk about, but let's check out Aramco top 5 plays. Well, we'll talk about the plays yesterday, because I feel like in terms of the highlights, we're looking at Rosa as well as Diablo. Either way, either they're the one dishing the plays or they're the one receiving the plays. The top 5 plays of Aramco, we gotta check it out.
Okay, so this, I believe, is, Takashi is catching the backlines. Obviously, very good performance from RQ, but eventually, Fireflux were able to find bigger openings as Rosa was able to just utilize the Valentina to its fullest. I think this was the game where he was able to copy the showed the way of the dragon many, many times.
And here again, the aforementioned NIP Flash serving it up to Evo's Glory. Honestly, I could have sworn that maybe Evo's Glory had it in them, but NIP Flash on a whole nother level, man.
Yeah, Curtizi as well. Absolute monster. A lot of NIP Flash plays were actually showed yesterday. Again, like this is they're on the receiving end against RRQ.
But they recovered.
They recovered.
That's right. Also, this is top 2. Eventually, we'll get a triple here, but Hades will steal, quote-unquote, secure the Lord, and then he gets a kill afterwards. And then obviously Diablo just nailing him dead. This is a damage-dealing Ruby, by the way, not a roam Ruby.
That's a Diablo Ruby.
Exactly. But Kurt, obviously, very much on point, untouched during that entire clash.
Always, always. Situational awareness. Now for number 1. Here we see the highlight play from our Fireflux Esports that secured them the slot in the knockouts. And as early as the turtle, man, as early as the turtle, they are that on point. They know when the killer instincts kick in.
I gotta say, I thought Clocker would have had it because we actually went to the late game, and this is a Xavier we're talking about. But those were the games for yesterday. Now we gotta talk about the ALJ match of the day. Boys, it's gonna be Homeboys going up against TLPH. Again, let's check out ALJ match of the day because it is going to be our final match of the day. And again, I don't know how to feel about this, boys. I'm Malaysian. You guys are, you know, from the Philippines.
Are we?
It's a good thing we're on different sides of the stage. Let's just say that.
Usually this is the part where you ask us, Wolf, Leo, how do you feel about the matchup? But how about we table the turns? How about it, LaFell? How do you feel about Homeboys going up against the MPL Philippines Season 13 champions?
I'm the host, you know. I'm the host. I'm should be the one getting all those questions. But since you asked me so nicely, terrified. If I could sum it up in one word, I would say terrified. How do you guys feel? You guys feel that confident?
Yeah, it's like the M4 champions, you know. They went second. They also got good plays like last MSC. They're pretty itchy, you know. Pretty chill.
Fine. Let's talk more about it when we look at the schedule. Let's look at all the 4 games for today because we got a banger for you guys here. Twisted Minds going up against Homeboys. Afterwards is going to be TL Spirit. Twisted Minds will be going up against Team Spirit while they be playing back-to-back in our ALJ match of the day. Homeboys against the LPH.
I love it. Today's matchups feature villains. They feature dark horses. They feature anti-heroes. Your teams on revenge tours, proven to the world that they belong on top of the MLBB esports world. That's just Group C, man. I'm loving it. I'm happy that Group C is on Showcase here today.
Series 1 will be our game number. Series number 1 of best of 2 will be Mr. Nobody, Coach Nobody, which is Coach Jeff, Filipino, going up against Coach Lyric, also a Filipino. That's exciting.
Sure, it is exciting. But honestly, folks, the first 2 series of the go home, boys, you know, because in this game, if Homeboys wins 2-0, they'll be advancing to the knockout stage. That does mean that Twisted Minds, they'll be knocked out.
So all the more, it's a sweet victory if Twisted Minds are able to defeat the odds, right?
Exactly.
What I'm excited for is the big game that these two teams talk, right? Despite how dangerous it is for Twisted Minds, let me throw you back a little bit to the VOV Gaming front at Riyadh front about 2 or 3 weeks back when Twisted Minds went into the grand finals. They were talking a big game prior. They were saying, hey, there's no challenge for us here in MPL MENA. We're #1 team. What are y'all talking about? What do we got to do? And here they are now fighting for tournament life. Yeah. I love it. And let's not forget Udil. Let's not forget Homeboys. I'm a big fan of Udil. I'm going to say he's one of my top 5 favorite players right now.
I mean, here's the thing. In wrestling terms, I would say Homeboys is the heel. They're the one that's taunting because it's not just Udil, it's Chibi as well. Every once in a while, you will hear something coming in from Zorn too, but even with all the talk, all the smack they've been delivering, I gotta say, everyone's a fan of them. People love it.
Yeah, loving the spicy Kage that's in Homeboys. But most importantly, I think the entirety of Homeboys I guess, have marinated well in the scene. You know, it took a long time. I think the early stages of MPL Malaysia, homeboys were not expecting a lot.
Exactly.
During the grand finals, you did not really literally expect them to be the grand finals, but then they performed well against SRG. I think they have marinated well in the scene, and group stage was a perfect performance from them.
I would say, you know what, people were still shaky on Chibi, on the Ling, as well as on the Joy. But the thing is, this is where they have to give their all. They have to give their best. Because for homeboys, again, this is their... If it goes to a 1-1, no eliminations will be held by any team. And I gotta say, I'm gonna jump ahead, but the next game as well, TLPH going up against Team Spirit. If Team Spirit lost 0-2 against CLPH, then that's done. They're going to be eliminated as well. So the first two series of the day is going to be an elimination match.
Already hyper, ultra, mega, high stakes. So just to start. This is eating your dessert before the main course.
That's how I do it.
That's how he does it.
It's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
This is like Wolf knows me. Wolf knows me good enough that he knows I eat my dessert first. And for you guys, I gotta say, you guys have to give your predictions at STC Prediction here. Make sure you guys log into the website because we want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think homeboys got it, or you guys think Twisted Minds will twist their minds and win game number 1 and game number 2?
I'm pretty sure that's a spin.
You know what? Spin, twist it. Let's spin this. Let's throw it over to the stage.
And all the beautiful people around the world, coming to you all the way from Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
أيها السيدات والسادة، الثالث من بطولة MSC في ال EWC.
My name is Mara Aquino.
And my name is the Wood Sandstorm.
And welcome to the Amazon Arena. So today we have the hometown heroes and the wild card winners headlining Group C matches.
And this is going to be a battle for tournament life when it comes to Twisted Minds, especially after their 0-2 scoreline against the Cavalry.
Now for the homeboys, it'll be a different story. Might be a different story. They're sitting right at the top, and this might just be their ticket to the knockout stages.
And now looking to extend their stage and looking to extend their journey right here at the EWC at MSC. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Amazon Arena, Twisted Minds. Now, looking at the jungler when it comes to Twisted Minds, Huda and his mastery of assassin junglers. He could be the key to unlocking the next step and the next stage when it comes to Twisted Minds.
They're definitely gonna need his assassin mastery because going up against them is the Malaysian sensation, the wildest one in the wild card. Introducing Homeboys. Homeboys are currently on a 4-game win streak since the wild card. And you know what's interesting about them, Sandstorm? We have the coaches, Coach Jeff, or also known as Coach Nobody, and Coach Lyric for the Twisted Minds. They're opponents right now, but they used to be teammates. So I was talking to Coach Jeff earlier, and he was saying that he's feeling butterflies in his stomach. Not the wrong kind, not nervous at all, but he's very excited to outdraft his opponent. Now, let's see how it's gonna turn out for them.
I mean, look, going from friends to enemies on one of the biggest stages in the world when it comes to Mobile Legends history, it has got to be one heck of a feeling to be here on this stage. But when we are looking at Twisted Minds, they have to be looking to break that 4-win streak that Homeboys are on if they want to keep their hopes and dreams alive and stay here at MSC 2024.
Ultimately, there can only be one winner. Now, in partnership with the Esports World Cup, each team are given a unique key representing their success here in this prestigious tournament.
That's right. And in day 2 of group stage, we saw 2 teams get eliminated, and I believe we saw 2 keys get absolutely destroyed. And that is what's going to happen, because at the end of the day, there can only be one MSC 2024 champion.
And for that, we also need a champion-worthy gaming phone. So if you take a look at the players, all of them are doing their ping tests right now using the Asus ROG, powered by Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 mobile platform.
That's right. Asus ROG is the official gaming phone of MSC 2024 here at EWC.
Sandstorm, the stage is set.
That it is.
The players are ready to go.
That they are.
So how about let's go back to the studio for our panelists. Time to shine.
Thank you very much, Mara, as well as the Wood Sandstorm. Dude, we got a lot to talk about. First of all, he is sick. And Malaysia Sensation, I love it.
That they are. Second to you, I think you were the very first canon Malaysian Sensation. And now with the spice that Homeboys have cooked up and we lovingly ate, they are now the Malaysian Sensation. What does that make SRG, though, the other Malaysian?
Yeah, what does that make SRG?
We'll figure it out when it comes to the Group B, because right now we got to talk about Twisted Mind going up against Homeboys. Like, we got to talk about how, again, our hosts were talking about the assassin matchup here, where Twisted Mind, Huda is pretty good on those assassins. But here's the thing. Chibi got a Savage on the lane. So this might be a situation where either we see both teams going for those assassin junglers, or it's going to be a matchup where, like, I'm going to pick up the assassins on you, whether you want to pick up the assassin or you want to go old school and go back to the utility junglers.
If Ling is banned, I think that Roger will be increasing the emphasis on the Roger, because that is a flex hero pick, which you technically can play as a marksman, but you can also play as assassin jungler, right? So that could be a point of contention between these two teams.
Can I just say, I'm a little uncomfortable in the current metagame as it's developing from the wild card to the first few days of the group stage, because you mentioned LaFell, the option to go back to being a utility jungler. There's barely 2 good options, man. There's Baksha, and there's...
No. I mean, if you get creative, though.
On a good day, Fredrin.
Yep.
Where else do you go?
Alpha's the last one.
Alpha's a fighter.
No. Listen.
Right.
Listen, this isn't a utility, but one amazing jungler that you would love. The Bane.
Sure. Oh, don't even get me...
Dude, the Bane.
The Bane, though. The Bane, though. Dude. Which was played by... MP the King on Stream B, day 1.
That was too much, man.
I count every single time Bane is played on the pro scene. But yeah, again, those are odd options.
The triple C hurts, bro.
No, I feel like
Crab Block Cannon.
The other the option is the better it becomes, because you don't expect that hero to be good. I mean, like
the option, the better it becomes.
Like again, like my dad said, just because you're right doesn't mean I'm wrong.
I love your dad, by the way. He's so wise when it comes to MLBB.
Yeah,
I wish to meet him one day.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, we're jumping straight into the game. Twisted Minds gonna be on the blue side. First pick, Homeboys. Second pick, red side. And this is interesting. Homeboys batting out the Fanny.
This is probably one of Hoda's, I would say,
one of his best heroes.
Best heroes,
yeah.
Or signature picks. At the same time, this kind of tells me that they might be considering opening up both Louis as well as Chip.
I mean, Louis has, you know, lost the 100%, so
yeah,
maybe they have answers too. Maybe Zorn wants to use the Lolita.
Yeah, 92% is still pretty strong, you know. So yeah, they will just ban it out.
Never mind. Chip is still out there, though. Not once have we seen Chip in the MSC group stage.
I think for the group stages, it's 100% ban, right?
That's right. Never
been picked.
Never. More often seen as a ban in the red side.
I would say Homeboys is one of those teams that's willing to let one strong hero go, say a Ling or a Louis, and open up the Chip for a chance for them to pick it up themselves.
Yeah, that
like
sounds like
if any team would do it, Homeboys would do it.
That sounds like a
Zorn loves the Chip.
Like a Homeboys thing.
Like a Homeboys thing.
Yeah. All the Flame Boys agreeing with me right now.
Yep. I think with this Arlott ban, you also are looking for that Chip first pick. Arlott is a hero that I think conceptually counters the Chip, not because it like hard counters it, but when you do initiate, you have that final slash that just, you know, is
you have a fighting chance. Like essentially, you have the
it's a
option.
reset button.
Yeah, reset button.
Almost always single-handedly, if you catch like 3 or 4 that come through the portal.
Yeah,
this just undoes
exactly
the surprise initiation. I like it.
So now it's really on Homeboys. Do they want to take the risk? Because it does look like Twisted Mind, they do want the Chip.
What if?
What if?
In their namesake, Twisted Minds, it takes a villain to know a villain. What if they get the Chip?
No, exactly. I feel like Homeboys is playing this. This 5D chess thing is like,
oh,
okay,
Never mind.
They're like, okay. At the end of the day, it's too much. Just ban it. So Roger first pay. Oh, valid.
Valentina. All right, so we've seen a lot of Valentina picks.
Paris is open.
Means that
Valentina is good, but still.
that means that the Ling will available. But I believe that Ling is, I mean, Valentine is one of those mages that you kind of want to pick up when there's Ling or there's assassins in general, because it's a mage that is not a nuke mage. It's not a sit behind the backlines kind of mage where you're susceptible. You can actually you can fight the Ling.
She's a CQC mage.
CQC, close
quarters combat mage.
All right.
Yeah. She likes to get in there. She likes to play in the paint.
Homeboys has options because they've shown both the Ling as well as the Joy. Maybe they got something else cooking up, but if they don't pick up the Ling here, don't think that it's not an option just yet. Right now, Edith as well as Roger gets picked up.
Forget about it. That's Edith.
Forget about it.
#1 pick in Malaysia, if not mistaken. Taken for a good chunk in the regular season of season 13. How does Twisted Minds respond? Again, you mentioned that Valentina doesn't mind the Ling, so they don't have to commit to the jungle just yet.
Exactly. So that means Teresa probably is the choice here for Twisted Minds. Good pick versus Roger. In general, and then you're going to be looking for probably a roam now, knowing that the there it is, the Minotaur as well as the Teresa.
Shout out to Wolf getting it correct 100% there. And now for Homeboys, I would say the safest one is probably the mid. Udil has me liking that Vexana though.
Roger jungle and Claude.
Showing it early.
Is it early though? Put it in the hands of Nets. Nah, this is confidence.
Confidence, honesty. That's why you're seeing for Homeboys now. That means that you just you bet the AA Mon.
This is the AA Mon.
We got a player code. I'm very excited to know that Udil made it. It will be our first time to meet Udil on the international stage. I hope to meet him on the knockout stage. This is coming from Sans of Fnatic Onyx.
Hey, that is generational respect.
Generational
Sans
respect.
came in post Age of the Kage.
Yes,
He's just looking out. he came before.
Yeah.
Or who...
Respect.
I get it.
His precursor.
I got it.
Okay, so you are looking
throw a punch here, but really you're taking away towers and resources on the opposite side of the map. And they've consistently done this for the past 6 minutes, all because of a simple 2K lead. I think at this point, Twisted Minds really just have to hunker down, hit 42K, and that's when we're going to see them really pop off here. Because unfortunately for their composition, they're not good at holding space, they're good at taking it.
But they're a long way away from 42K. And then even then, Homeboys will be at around 50 probably, maybe more, who knows. I think a lot of things are going to come down to, we saw the one time they got a great fight was when Troll got the big Minoan's Fury, right? When he was able to catch them off guard, and that's a huge win condition for them. Buy themselves some time, combo up some CC. So we need Troll to go Troll. We need Troll to bring out the hammer, bring out the mallet, and slam on that ground, make something happen, because if he doesn't, Homeboys just have free roam.
Hey man, he's not the only person that Twisted Minds need to...
Oh, big kick! Sanji gonna get pulled back to the team. Zorn does go down though, taking a lot of damage. We're starting to see Hoda pop off. Chibi able to find Sanji. Look, Asano entroping back into the base, into the fountain, trying to get some help, trying to play the distance, but it's not enough. Homeboys take game number 1.
And I was literally about to say that Sanji was the one who needed to lay down the hammer, and instantly Zorn, with the longest home run kick I've seen in a while, 2 screens away, closes out that game with a sick engage.
Very well played by Homeboys. I mean, just cleanly showing who's the batter boy.
He's Will Smith in this movie right now. And so far, hopefully, we do see Twisted Minds adjust for game number 2. They really need these points.
Most definitely, I love it. I mean, I got to see if Twisted Minds can come back. And like we said, we liked both drafts. I think it's just execution at this point for Twisted Minds. They need to find a way to deal with the aggressiveness of Homeboys and get them out of their face.
Honestly, we saw a slightly different game from some of the other groups we saw in the groups in wildcards, right? Now it's not just about tempo, but at the same time, they have to make sure they control their opponents and tempo them out and scale faster. With that being said, let's throw it over to our panelist, LaFell. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Gideon. Now, I need your help, Gideon, so I hope you're hearing right now. Let Trex know it's Udil, not Udil.
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 Udil. And now we're looking at the game here, and I gotta say, very fast movements coming in from Homeboys, where they made sure that the tempo never stops. They made sure that Twisted Minds didn't have time to catch their breath.
Yeah, it's very difficult for Twisted Minds to deal with it because of the tempo that Homeboys was playing in, especially with this Cho.
4 out of 5.
That Zorn was very comfortable with. You see this kick, there wasn't even a much better kick from the bottom lane when we saw that they were able to finally shut down Hoda. But the fact that they have taken space, I think the real estate control here coming out from Homeboys is also, you know, too much for Twisted Minds to handle.
Yeah, even before the 5-minute mark, they were starting to threaten Hoda's purple buff, and that allowed for the kill score to be very stagnant.
Yeah.
Especially for an aggressive team like Homeboys and Twisted Minds. Both of these teams like to fight, but for a good 4 or 5 minutes, not much was happening, but that was the Homeboys' advantage.
We gotta talk about Zorn using the Thunderbelt first item.
Yeah,
it was only 13 stacks. Do you think 13 stacks is like still good enough? That's basically 13 hybrid.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Where are you gonna pick that up?
Yep. That's like always tenacity, even when you're not down a specific amount of HP. And yeah, it's pretty significant, I think, especially because you also have that slow that goes with it. You're very confident if you're the Cho. Very hard to take down. It's like I think the 14 hybrid defense is essentially minus 7%-ish or 8% damage dealt, which is significant.
You stack that up with only fast, and he's always cocked and loaded. He's a one-man kill squad.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Cho, like, the Zorn using the Cho, it almost doesn't matter the items that he uses because, again, look at the way that he plays. He's really trying to bait out a lot of skills.
Yep.
He's like, I got 10 million dashes, man.
To be fair, Zorn has been playing Cho for the better part of half a decade.
Yep.
Yeah.
6 or 7 years now he's been playing Cho.
He's been playing since season 1.
Yep.
Even before.
Yeah.
So he's so comfortable with this. I'm watching him do nothing, but just the same, he's threatening a kill on most of the members of Twisted Minds. That's how scary dangerous
Yeah.
Zorn's Cho is.
Especially now that there's a lot of changes with the Cho. I think it's generally a buff, especially with the fact that you can, your Shunpo is, or your the Jit, Kun, and the Do actually reaches a lot of space now. And this is the... I wonder why you're not happy when Homeboys is winning like this.
No. Here's the thing. Whenever he makes a pun, say the Udil pun again.
It's very hard to deal with.
Look at me. I roll my eyes back so far, it went to my ear.
It's 4 out of 5, though. It's a pretty solid one.
It's a pretty solid one. Yeah.
Why do you feel so Zorn about it?
I have a love-hate relationship with Wolf. I mean, the thing is, now we got to talk about the storyline here. Twisted Minds, they need to win the next game.
Obviously.
No doubt.
Because if they lose the next game against Homeboys, they're eliminated. Because again, we got to talk about this. Homeboys wins 2-0, knockout stage, good for them. But for Twisted Minds, losing 0-2, that's the end of their journey.
Yeah, I kind of get the idea why they went for the Nolan plus the Nathan. I still feel that this combo requires a lot of time, a lot of farming. And if you're going to be playing up against a team like Homeboys who kind of just control the tempo, this is like Minotaur, Nathan, Nolan. Obviously, in the latter portions of the game, that's really, really strong. But in the early stages, it's hard to keep up. You're always just like following and reacting to where Zorn will be. Unfortunately, that's not the way that you have to play against Homeboys. You have to match the tempo.
Yeah, here and now is what matters in that matchup. Because again, you're two aggressive teams.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Coach Nobody and the rest of Homeboys were able to force Twisted Minds into the defensive position. They straight up went up.
Yeah.
I feel like they just understand how Zorn plays. Zorn is the one, like, usually we talk about mid trios. Zorn's like, I'm a mid solo, man. Like, I can solo mid all of these guys. And I feel like that's a special secret that Homeboys has that gives a lot of space to Chibi, because we got to talk about Chibi. His farming rate is insane.
Yep.
He was farming heroes.
Farming heroes, farming buffs, farming jungles, farming minions, farming turrets. He's getting everything.
Yeah, I think this is the strength of the Roger when you're left to win in the jungle role. If you're not able to contest it, which is, by the way, very difficult, you're left in a spot where you have two cores that you have to think about. Like the Claude as well as the Roger deals a lot of damage, but in the early stages, if you get into Sky Piercer range earlier on in the jungle Roger, it's very hard to contain.
Like every single time, once you have that Sky Piercer, it's like a battle within. Battle within. Battle within! Soul Vessel Series skins is out. Amon, Vessel of Deceit, and Hanabi, Vessel of Rage are slated for a stunning reveal. So make sure you guys grab the skin right now. Not even gonna delay. Get it right now because it's juicing. Juicing is also the new mage hero that has arrived with her exclusive pack. Get the hero and her ethereal Serenity skin during the launch week, which is right now for 469 diamonds. And if you guys buy it with battle points, it's only 51 diamonds to get the skin. So get it now.
Yeah.
And if you wait, then it's gonna get too long. And we gotta talk more because right now we gotta look at the Sony MVP of the game, and I believe it's Zorn. It has to be Zorn.
And here you are rolling your eyes at Wolves who deal with it. But no doubt, it's gotta be Zorn, right?
No, it's gotta be like
look at that.
Got the kick very early on as soon as they were able to get the turtle, and then the flicker Jit Kundo was so perfect coming up from Zorn. He's gonna have another one here, the bottom lane.
I like this one.
Yep, Hoda shows himself.
It was a good kick.
Very good kick, in fact. And it was the flicker Jit Kundo, or flicker Do, because it's just that.
Shout out to Merku and Naisu as well. They just arrived. But either way, it's looking at how, like, there's a lot of highlight plays, but I feel like the more important parts are the one that's not highlighted, because having one person slowing an entire team down, like put that into perspective. You trade 1 for 5. His roamer, he has 9 KDA. 9 KDA as a roamer.
More impressive than the 9 KDA is the 90% kill participation, right? We were talking about how Chibi was farming heroes. You know who his assistant was? It was Zorn.
It was Zorn, man.
And the fact that they are playing Udil's, one of Udil's
signature heroes
with the Farsa. Imagine getting both Farsa and Cho 2024 with Udil and Zorn. And you know.
Something else to note, his emblem set. He was rocking Wilderness Blessing.
With a Thrill.
And Thrill, that just shows that he means business.
Yep.
He needs that little bit of extra damage to just finish the job.
I mean, he got some true damage coming in from the Thunderbelt, though. So Thunderbelt first item for the show might be the new meta. Zorn showing here at MSC, and according to our analysts, 13 stacks is more than enough.
I think, yeah.
At 13 minutes,
At 13 minutes,
that's
a lot.
I mean, he was really using his whole kit to just really, get the steps in. And again, every 4 seconds, you get that in and you hit a hero. Pow, that's an extra 1 hybrid defense.
Yeah, that's right. Which is, yeah, like I said, it's very important for fighters, most importantly, because you have a lot of life skills. And especially because you're applying the vision for your team.
That's a stack. See?
Yep.
Now we got to talk about the story here, because we got to remember, Twisted Minds said in their own region, Mena is just a necessary step towards MSC. Now, I don't know about you guys, but was that a humbling experience?
That was a wake-up call.
That was a wake-up call.
That was a reality check. Served up in MYR.
You know what? Here's the thing.
Yes.
That's you guys' opinion. Now I gotta ask our casters. Let's actually hear from Trex as well as Gideon. What do you guys think of game number 1 so far?
That's what we think about it. It feels like a hydraulic press taking away our identities personally.
Yeah.
Just raw pain. Just raw pain.
Are they still talking about the game?
Yes.
It looks like they're dealing with something else.
Yeah, that's the wolf face.
That's the wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so everyone just does the wolf face. So there you go. Those are our casters in case you guys want to know how they look like. They look like they're having wolf's face while they're casting the game. So talking about that, game number 2. What adjustment has to be made? Do you have to respect the show?
Absolutely. You have to respect the Cho and the Farsa.
You know what you look like?
What?
You look like Nemesis from Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, I'd take that.
No, you're talking about the show.
We're having fun here, guys. But either ways,
you know.
going to game number 2 again, original question. Did they got to change it up? Because like you guys said, Nathan, Nolan, maybe too much of the late game.
If they wanted to do that late game composition, it always has to match what the mid duo will be. For example, the Valentina plus the Minotaur, although that is a strong mid lane, like when it comes to like securing their own lane, it's not as fast as a Cho plus a Farsa, right? So if they want to give up the Cho plus the Farsa, maybe they should pick a marksman that is not that dependent, or Nathan is like the extreme when it comes to
I think we have to put into perspective. So Nathan is a 3-item hero as well. The difference is between him and like a Claude is that the items on a Nathan is much more expensive, man. That Holy Crystal, 3,000.
Exactly. And the Claude can protect itself.
And the Claude
more reliably.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's one of the things that they have to change up. At the same time, Nathan as well as Nolan, all together, they're very greedy. They need to take up a lot of space. True. Because Nolan, if you play it correctly, of course, you're going to get kills in the early stages, but then it's difficult to pull off. You need a lot of items for that.
Yeah, just to paint you a picture, Nate and Nolan, those are 2 time travelers. Yeah. Multiversal explorers. You have an absentee core for the first 10 minutes.
Nolan even let... Can I say it? You know, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. But now we're starting into the second game of this match. Homeboy still banning out a Fanny and still banning out that Louis despite being the first pick. So Udil's not feeling Louis for now.
What are the odds of a chip for Cho trade?
Dude.
Chip for Cho.
You thought about that?
Dude, don't let the chip go.
But it's likely, right? Whoa, you let the Cho through first?
Dude, trust me. I've been watching a lot of MPL Malaysia games.
It's worse. It's worse than the Cho.
2,000% worse.
2,000% worse.
Him on the chip.
That's
exponential.
Exponential.
Unless Zorn hasn't practiced the chip for a while, but I quote from Zorn. He said, Moonton designed this hero specifically for me.
Hey,
all the more I want to see it.
He has more than 1 recall button. He has multiple.
Yeah.
All the more I want to see it. But I guess the only thing that might make sense if the chip was let through is if Homeboys picks it up, it's Valentina plus Arlet. That is going to be the pickup for Twisted Minds. But then there's a lot of combos with the chip. Chip Lunox, I don't know if you've seen that, but that's disgustingly strong.
Oh yeah, you come out right out of the portal in your ult.
Exactly.
What about Chip and Mincitar? Nats has shown the Mincitar. That might be crazy, but crazy enough to work.
Hey, but we still need to see the chip first.
Yeah. True. True.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
nope,
banned.
never mind.
It's banned. It's banned.
Coach Lyrics puts the cap on it. Nuh-uh.
So this is Roger, right, for Homeboys. Good flex pick. Can be played in the gold. Can be played in the jungle.
Put it on Chibs.
Chibs banned.
No, Chibs. Chibi.
Oh,
Chibi.
Chibi.
Put it on Chibi.
Chips.
We're close like that.
Roger.
Oh, yeah. Good friend.
So
good friend.
you answer with Valentina in this case. Maybe get the Edith immediately if you are
Edith got banned.
the mines.
Edith banned.
Oh yeah, so that's Valentina. Get the Moskov immediately because I think the reason why they were forced to get the Nathan before was because they didn't have a valid marksman to match the Roger. So Valentina Moskov looks good.
I like that. I think Sano's got it up his pocket.
Or Arlet.
No, I mean like if they pick up the Moskov, and then what's gonna happen next for Homeboys? Farsa Cho again.
Yeah,
Farsa Cho.
Immediately.
So does he deny the Cho now?
Maybe you deny the Cho now.
Cho can do it. I think Cho can do it.
Yep. At this point, every roamer should know how to play the Cho.
I love it. Cho's back.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh,
okay.
Minotaur.
Maybe a bit early though, no?
Yeah, too early for my
Playing on
taste.
comfort.
Yeah, they're playing on comfort for sure. I mean, like you're
Yeah, Cho Farsa all the way.
They don't pick up the Farsa. They pick up the Claude. They prioritize Net Zero first. Maybe it was like, dude, look at my hero pool, man. Dude, does it look like I care?
If this is the Claude, then you're still
Maybe
gonna
he wants
pick up the
Vexana.
Terizla.
Maybe he wants the Vexana.
Maybe.
I mean, between the Farsa and the Vexana, well, Twisted Mind can ban both.
Yeah.
From there, where do you go? What do you pick up next? What's the next closest thing to help Soren's Cho?
I guess Novaria
Aurora.
is there. Aurora is okay if they're assassins. You have that Nana as well that we talked about.
Yeah, Nana
earlier.
as well.
Good wave clear. Minotaur
Haven't
hates
seen Nana
that
ever
hero.
since the changes. Less damage, more control. Haven't seen it a lot for now.
You're forced with a Terizla, but maybe you go Paquito. But yeah, okay, the Arlet, as we did say earlier on. But now this will be an EXP lane Arlet, which is there's a lot of answers to that. You can pick up the Terizla if you're on the side of Homeboys. Or maybe you can pick up the Bats even. And X-Borg is an option, but then with the presence of the Valentina, you may reconsider that.
I would say Sapat doesn't use the X-Borg as much.
Yeah. Okay, you ban
Terizla.
Farside Vexana for sure if you're just in Minds.
But what about banning the Terizla? Even though Valentina can pick it up, but you know, let the Arlet have an easier time.
Sure, but well, there it is. The
Terizla ban.
But you never want to let go of the Farsa. I think it's just, as I say, and this I got this word from Mr. Mao. It's criminal to give the Farsa now.
A lot of people tell you it's criminal, huh? We got to talk, Wolf. Don't know what the kind of conversation.
Sounds like a legislative issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's Mr. Mao that I'm talking to, so.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Here they see the Amon ban, and then they cover up the Vexana. So that leaves the Aurora and the Farsa and the Nana. Again, the cleanest solution. Just pick up the Farsa again.
And the Moskov gets
Oh,
banned
no.
again. So yeah,
That's a
I
problem.
actually agree. I feel like Twisted Mind, if they pick up the Moskov earlier, they wouldn't have a problem. Because even if the Arlet gets banned out, you still have quite a few EXP laners open.
Exactly. And this Minotaur as well, I don't think that this is the only solution. You can pick up the Grok, or there's just a lot of alternatives for the roamer. I am I'm gonna be honest, this is difficult for Twisted Minds to draft into. What else do you pick? Maybe
Crazy enough, a carry
against
instead of a Nathan.
Yeah.
You go
3 items that's fast.
Yeah. and
Matrix.
You go
perhaps.
carry, purify. Like you just have to purify.
Nathan again.
So, oh man, this is Farsa territory.
I mean, like, think about this. Maybe they think it's not a draft issue. It's just execution, guys.
Maybe.
Right?
But then you're gonna be facing what? Yuzong Farsa or Lapu Farsa. If you're the Nathan, that's so difficult to deal with.
Well, the Farsa, we know that one's coming.
Wow, I can't believe Yu Zhong came through.
Yeah.
What if they pick up something like a Paquito?
Or maybe just the Barret so that you don't...
Even that's bad. There's so many natural predators out there to catch the Nathan.
Whew. The last pick has to share. This should not be Nolan at this point. But
no, that would be.
But what else is good?
That would be insanity.
If you want early game, you pick up something like a
Julia.
box. Oh, Ruby's
great. Ruby's great. Ruby's amazing. Ken Duel versus the Arlet. Reset bottom as well. So what do What do you pair up with the Valentina, Arlet, Minotaur so that you'll be faster?
Right.
Maybe a Julian, actually.
JJ?
Jungle Julian?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, don't we usually see Valentina Arlet with a Fredrin? Like, what if they want to go utility? I do agree with the Julian, but still, I'm saying utility junglers might be the one here.
They can go all in for a Protect 1.
Yeah, Boxia, Fredrin.
Or get the cushion?
Wait,
what is
I think the draft is done.
Yeah. I wonder what the last pick was.
Well, I wonder what the last pick as well, but it looks like our draft has been completed. And with that, when the draft is completed, before I throw it over, Gideon, make sure Trek says it right. And now I'm passing back over to the casters.
Chibi.
He's got it right. We've been practicing, going back and forth. He did it all by himself, brother man. But let's get into this game. That last pick, you guys will be surprised. We have a bit of a sneak peek, but honestly, let's let the Land of Dawn do the talking for us.
I'm excited for it. You know, we got Chibi. We got Udil. Udil. Big deal, Udil.
Big deal, Udil.
Big deal, Udil. Going noodles.
We'll see whether he's going to be cooking this time around, because honestly, last game he was doing a phenomenal job at staying alive and trading resources against their opponent on Twisted Minds. But for now, as we get into this game, this could be it. Homeboys have an opportunity to make it into the playoffs if they can just beat Twisted Minds.
All right, so Twisted Minds essentially bring a very similar draft, but the big difference here is that jungle. It is the Leomord. Instead of Hoda on a more assassin-y jungle, we pick up a fighter. How do you feel about it, Gideon?
Honestly, this is a bit of a repeat of the previous game, but now they have a more, well, I would say they have multiple tools to cancel out that feathered airstrike, right? As long as you displace the Farsa, she's going to get out of her ult for some reason.
All you gotta do is just move her a little bit, a couple of centimeters to the left.
And she's like, no,
she's like, spell's broken. You have to be able to concentrate. Yeah, you lose focus.
Exactly.
You know how it goes.
Of course. Magic user myself, man. A degree in Hogwarts, they say. But for now, as we see the aggression coming up from that mid side, hopefully they're able to spill that lead after the second minute. Again, both of these teams pretty ult-dependent.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely ult-dependent. I'm really excited to see how Chibi goes against the Leomord. He might not be able to be as aggressive as he was before. Chibi might not be able to be as aggressive as he was before. He's not going to be able to maybe invade as much, because once Leomord hits this level 4, it's going to be a dangerous jungle to enter in on. So Homeboys maybe have to approach this game a little bit different. Even Zorn already having trouble, trying to get in their faces. There's a couple more threats this time than last time.
Hey man, old Zorn would have came from the different, red side direction rather than just face checking the traditional tri-brush here. But overall, I think you're totally right. Hoda on this Leomord is really, really dangerous, right? If you get low, you're very much in danger of Hoda executing you. And this is even before they actually get the Sky Piercer. With Warcry, which is really easy to proc on the Leomord, by the way, as soon as he's on top of you, count the squishy members of Homeboys. There's three of them inclusive of their jungler.
It looks tasty. It looks masarap to Leomord, as the PH would say. The Filipinos. Now Sanji, though, taking a little bit of damage, gonna get knocked up. Sanji will go down. Zorn able to get the kill. Hoda brings out the Steed, gets some more damage on Zorn. Nothing too major, though. Turtle still up. Twisted Minds maybe still want to fight for this. Cuffin able to get the arm offended. Bring it back with the IMU, but big kick on Hoda, and Hoda down Udel. Able to take the kill, and now Twisted Minds on the run. Maybe staying too long. Cuffin down low. Sepot able to get another kill. Cuffin down. Troll next on the chopping block, and Sepot doesn't want to let him go. Troll finally gonna escape.
Oh my goodness, the motivational roar of a lifetime just to save his life. Man, Zorn is really benefiting off of these new changes to Cho. It's been a while since I've seen him on this Cho, but look at the way that he's playing, right? Even at a health deficit, same level, same item, same gold, they outplay the situation micro-wise, pixel perfect.
It's, it's the extra damage now that we get with the revamped Cho. Not to mention Ruby. It's surprising how much damage Ruby does now in the early game and everything. And even towards mid to late, if you put a couple damage items on there, she is chunking people down. And it just holds everyone enough still. The CC, the combos, Homeboys starting off very strong.
Yeah, I mean, Ruby is pretty unkillable as long as there's a wave in front of you, right? Multiple targets to proc to get the raw sustain. But let's look at the player head-to-head, because so far, Zorn has been doing well. But what about Troll? Wait, hold on the kick once again.
What about Troll? What about Troll? Gonna go down. Udil 2-0-1.
Was that me? Did I cast the curses?
Yes.
Was this the production who put it up? I didn't. Who do we blame for this?
You.
I can't deal with it right now. Because Troll, he is in a very vital position for his team. He needs to be able to slow down the homeboys when they find the full engage.
Sano takes a little bit of damage. Hoda brings out the steed, but still gets locked up, unable to do a whole lot. Zorn able to almost get the outplay. Troll finds a kill. Twisted Minds finally putting something in the books there, able to defend the tower. Homeboys backs off.
I'm surprised Hoda didn't get that kill, considering how low Zorn was. The CC chain was still going, but by the time he manages to get out of the CC, it's already too late. Zorn made some distance, and Troll picks up the kill. They got to be fast about this, right? Because right now, both of these teams are struggling to maintain the tempo.
I mean, Ruby thrives off going up against, you know, those fighter junglers, thrives off going up against heroes that want to get in their face, and it's going to be the big problem for Hoda here, trying to dance around Sepat here, trying to make it so when he comes in, he's even able to pop off his skills, and you add that up together with the G Kundo from Zorn, just the amounts of CC. If Hoda doesn't find the right angles, he's not going to be able to do anything. And there goes the big way of the dragon onto Sanji. Oh. Sanji brought back into the feathered airstrike. Sanji goes down. Udil able to put another kill on the book, making a double. Hoda now just trying to run away on the horse, but still falls. Sepot able to get a kill. It's 3-for-0. Homeboys popping off.
Yeah, Hoda, he needs way more items to be relevant in this game. He's highly dependent on his team. Let's look at the replay one more time, because Sanji gets absolutely blasted here, but manages to get the final slash down. And that was important for Twisted Minds. I think a lot more people would have died had he not done that. But for now, it's how do you slow down this snowball that's slowly becoming into an avalanche, right? And I think that Twisted Minds, they have to dedicate their resources to one lane. They cannot spread out anymore.
And I mean, I think that lane just has to be Sano. Zorn goes down. Sano able to get a kill, speaking of the man himself. Because, I mean, look at Hoda. His scaling opportunities are essentially gone. He's 0-2-1, and this is our early game hero. This is a hero that you want to be 2-0-1 in the beginning. This is a hero that you want to try to snowball on. So now, it hurts for Twisted Minds. My brain just can't handle it.
Yeah, man. Just more brain damage, more brain trauma. Stop it.
Brain rot.
Brain rot. I mean, it's getting to that skibbity level of gameplay, because right now the homeboys completely disrespecting the space, diving them between two towers. Not even, you know what? We'll take our time at 3-1.
Another one. Way of the Dragon. Sanji in trouble, brought down. He's going to try to dash through. He's going to try to get away, but TB gets the kill.
Twisted Minds, they got to get their timings together, and homeboys just kicking them at the heels, putting them off Keter.
Literally kicking them at the heels with this Cho right now. Kicking them with their heels, at their Twisted Minds. Zorn just playing mind games.
It's tough, right? And especially with those TPs again and again and again, just at the edge of Fog of War. Twisted Minds, hopefully it doesn't get to them right now.
Imagine you just see Zorn's face coming in and out of Fog of War, right? Just like peekaboo. Hello.
He's just hi.
Hoda goes down. Udil with another kill. 6-0-4. Can I say it now? Udil going noodles.
Yep. I think it's well deserved on this one, right? He's level 9, and for some reason, he just keeps on cooking, right? He's getting better over time, and he's scaling faster than I would like. 6-0-4, by the way.
Most definitely. So Twisted Minds, is there an answer here? I think we both said it. All they can do is try to put all their gold into Sano, but that is a long time homecoming for him. We're only 7.5 minutes in right now.
That's the thing, right? Because homeboys, they're playing guerrilla tactics here, right? They're sending 2 people at a time to start the initiation and then follow it up with the next 2 people in the back. Somebody can be expendable. Oh, hold on.
Ooh, Chibi does get turtle, but it's gonna pay for Setbot. Twisted Minds catch one off in the top side. You mentioned the guerrilla warfare, and yes, homeboys are doing that. I mean, just all over the place, find a member. Twisted Minds, maybe they take advantage of it like they just sit up there. Maybe they kind of group together more 3 or 4 members at a time and let homeboys try to just send 2 in.
Exactly, right? They need to be able to pounce straight away. They need to be able to hold their ground. They want homeboys to come to them and not the other way around. And that's why they need, hold on.
Hoda gets knocked up. No One's Fury hits nothing. Chibi gonna dance back in. Chibi gets knocked up, pulled back under the tower, but should be able to get away. Sano taken out for the Blazing Duet. Sanji will be next. Nothing but nets right now. Able to be MI back. Homeboys just, Chibi one side, Sano on the other side. I mean, everyone just all over the place. Homeboys given no space to breathe. Look at Seppat.
Look at the disrespect. He's like, you caught me once, try it one more time. Do it now. Do it now, and Sanji ain't there. If they get it, oh man, they were so close to cracking open an inhibitor. But honestly, that was Twisted Mind's best chance at actually getting a huge shutdown, right? What happened there between Cuffin and the rest of the team? Because Cuffin finds the I'm Offended on towards Chibi, pulls him underneath the turret, but the team were moving forward? Why move forward in that situation?
It's tough. It's very... Just, miscomms, everyone kind of playing their own thing. The ideas are there. They're getting some of these catch-offs. They're landing their ultimates. They're landing some of their skills. But the follow-up, the movement between each other, everything just seems a little bit off. And the way that Homeboys plays with the 1-by-1, it's really working in their favor.
Yeah, they're playing extremely independently now. And with a 10K gold lead on top of it, they're setting up for checkmate angle, right? It's 13-3. Unless Twisted Minds... Wait, actually, do they have an opportunity? Maybe. Okay, so imagine this. The Lord's going to be pushing over. I'm pretty sure that the Homeboys, especially Udil, is going to try and make something happen. With that in mind, I think that Twisted Minds could, when their battle spells come up, depend on Sanji to get the final slash to save the game.
Yeah, we saw him earlier able to get the displacement. Because they're playing, because Homeboys are playing so separate, you could definitely catch one member off. But Sanji has to hit that final slash. There are some boxes to check to even win a fight. We're not even talking about game, just to win a fight and defend.
Exactly, right? Ideally, Hoda might have to hold his ult until when Udil drops his Feathered Airstrike, right? If he drops it, at least with the Steed, you're able to cancel it out, and maybe you have an opportunity to fight without the Motar fire.
It's a great point, because Hoda has almost always been the first one to use his skill.
Exactly.
And I think he needs to be a bit more, let everything happen, let a couple ults go off, and then come in after to try to reap. But he's kind of being forced to use the skill, right? Zorn's just so in their face, he uses it as almost an escape route.
Yeah, no, that's why. Zorn is instigating war on purpose, right? Between this Cold War of Homeboys and Twisted Minds, Zorn is just there sprinkling in, instigating it, getting between the packs, right? Yeah.
It's no longer a Cold War. This is all out, brutal, legendary warfare, and Homeboys are at the front line. Just they're in the trenches right now. You know, they're popping out of little holes. It's guerrilla warfare, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, they're hiding in the trees. You don't know where they're coming from, man. You don't know. If Zorn is going to do another home run kick, let's see it right here.
Seppat, though, holding down the front side. Lord able to break through that mid inhibitor. Chibi, Nets on the top side as well. Another inhibitor goes down. Lord finally connected. And pulled back to his own annihilation. Able to get a final Minoan's Fury, but still not enough. Seppat will fall. Hoda up against Chibi. Chibi lets him go, but Sanji's the next on the block. A big kick way of the dragon. Taken out. Cuffin falls as well. It's 3 for 2 right now. Homeboys, can they finish? Hoda does have the Steed up. Should be able to clear the minions. Homeboys looking for an angle. They don't want to give it up. They know they have the advantage, and another wave coming, but the minions come out of Twisted Minds Crystal just in time.
Troll up in 6. They might be able to defend this. The next wave, they've got Solar minions.
Feathered Airstrike.
Oh!
They don't lock down, but Chibi and the test of time. Troll back up, but they will be able to finish. Homeboys. Homeboys. With a 2-0.
2-0, and they move on to the playoffs. Finally, a Malaysian team making it out of groups. There's nothing more that I've wanted to see for a while, and this hopefully inspires them from their previous failures in M5.
I remember that very well.
And
we all had such high hopes in Homeboys. There's always such high hopes in the Malaysia representatives, and this time Malaysia is pulling through. Doesn't matter what the doubters say. Doesn't matter what the players say. It does not look like an easy server right now.
It ain't looking
Homeboys
easy.
coming in clean.
They're looking very clean here, but honestly, my heart does go out to these MENA representatives, right? They play similarly to Malaysians. We understand that feeling of growth, wanting to have that signature aggressive style and really showing everybody what they've got. But unfortunately, we're just a little ahead of the curve this time round. Hopefully for the next international, we're going to see Twisted Minds again.
I mean, yeah, Twisted Minds has showed up, and we've gotten to know them now at this point. We saw them in Wildcard and M5, right? Now we see them here, able to kind of pull through, and this start, right? I mean, look at Fireflux all the way back in M4 when they were in Centennial Supremacy. They didn't even make it to top 8. Now they are a team that people consider a top 4 team in some people's minds. So definitely, we got to keep our eyes on Twisted Minds. They put up they seem to have identity, but it's just execution at this point.
Yeah, it's that that last layer of varnish to have that clean, polished look, right? That nice oiled up, right? That's what we need to see. Eventually, Mina is going to get there. And I think all teams across the world, when they're that 1%, hopefully they're able to achieve it faster than what is expected.
All right. Well, with that, a beautiful 1-1. Can't wait to see. Looks like we're going to have a wonderful interview down there. Let's see what they got to say. Mara, Sandstorm, take it away.
Congratulations. You guys performed really, really well, especially in the group stages. You guys are called the baddest boys. That's what the casters are calling you right now. How are you feeling with your MSC 2024 campaign so far? Starting with the wild card and now dominating your first game in the group stages.
Masaya. Good. How about?
Masaya, ano pa? What else? Other than, of course you're happy. What else are you feeling? What's your team thinking right now?
Thinking championship.
I love
We're
that.
thinking
I love
championship. That's what we like to hear.
Now, I do want to hear your thoughts, though. When you qualified to the group stage, you guys said that you wanted to destroy Team Spirit, and you did. Now you made it to the knockout stage. Is there any team that you want to focus on? Is there any other team that you want to destroy in the next stage of MSC?
Onyx. Onyx India.
Though that's a big challenge.
Okay, why that team? What is it?
Kasi lagi namin sila nakakalaban yung sa scrim sa PH. Siya, gusto ko sila makalaban sa international. Parang ganun.
So for you, they always face them in the scrims in the PH when he used to play there. So now he wants to face them in the international stage.
I like that. I like the fact that they're setting themselves up for an incredible challenge, taking on Fnatic. And I want to see if that's going to be something that's going to happen, if they're going to be drawn against them. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head back to the studio and get ourselves ready for the next game.
Thank you very much, Mara, as well as Sandstorm. On your screen right now, we just saw the homeboys celebrated, but now we got to look at the highlights here. And it's more or less same as game number 1, where it's all about homeboys, making sure that Twisted Minds cannot move around the map.
If anything, I think game 1 had a little bit more give, because as a Nolan, you can actually get through the cracks. You can farm up and try to get there. As a Leomord, it's actually pretty honest. Like, you have to farm up, snowball out of control, and Udil this time around, not just Zorn, Udil really showed up, didn't let that happen.
One thing that I would like to take note about this is that I kind of thought that, yeah, probably Leomord can be picked up. It's one of those fighters that's actually viable in the meta game. However, if you look at the heroes that is available for homeboys, that's Ruby and Cho. There's a lot of lockdown, like mini lockdowns that almost is spammable, which Leomord really hates. Leomord is fine with big ticket like knockdowns, like maybe a Minoan Fury or something like that, but when it's like constant stuns from both the Choice and Ruby, it's difficult to play around with your steed. And unfortunately, this is not a playground that Hoda can be very comfortable with. As much as it makes sense in this game, versus Zorn, Cho, that's difficult.
I think the exact term for Leomord here in the current metagame or in most competitions is a win more hero. You have to be winning most of the situations that you find yourselves in the early to mid to actually make the Leomord worth picking.
I would say this is good on homeboys understanding the win condition that Twisted Mind has set up for themselves and just stop that win condition from activating, because again, they make sure the jungler doesn't move. Even though the Natan is a very strong hero, but again, he's strong at 3 items. For 3 items, you kind of don't have to worry about him just yet.
No, it's difficult. And you can see that Chibi, okay, 1,040 GPM. That's probably the highest that I've ever seen.
Chibi Skibidi.
Chibi Skibidi. By the way, Wolf,
Chibidi.
Let me just say, you didn't curse the Malaysian team this time, so you know what?
Wow!
Thank you very much.
The world is healing. What is going on?
You and me, we're good now. No more bad blood, man.
Just one series? You're okay? Okay.
It's fine. Now,
it's the first in a while.
Now it's Rumpun. Now they made it to the group stage. Outside of the group stage, it's all good. But let's talk back about this team, because we were talking about the draft, and perhaps the different thing is about the execution. But I feel like it's hard to blame Twisted Mind when it comes to the execution, when your opponents just stop you from executing anything.
That's right. I think
so. At that point, maybe it's a draft issue.
Definitely, I think it's a draft order issue. It's not
Draft
just
order.
about the heroes that they are picking up. I think of the fact that they were forced to pick up the Nathan because the Moskov is not available anymore is a problem. The fact that they're letting go of the Cho as well as the Farsa is also incredibly shocking to me, because it kind of felt like they know what they're getting into, but they still picked up the Nathan. It's like they're setting themselves up for a challenge.
Homeboys more or less got the same draft.
More or less, yes.
Both teams
actually
got close to the
teams,
same draft. And again, right before we concluded the draft, we mentioned, oh, maybe Twisted Minds sees this more as an execution revision. Maybe they can fix the way they played the game, but clearly, even timing-wise, there's only so much you could do with a lineup like that.
Here's the thing. I got a secret, but I got to tell it to the camera. Is that okay?
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Guys, here's the thing. Right now, the English broadcast, we have a competition with all the other broadcasts. So make sure you guys actually scan the QR code. Let us know how we can win, right? We're going with all the other broadcasts because we're English. We want to win, right?
Yeah.
You guys want to win?
I
want to win. And now let's look at our Sony MVP of the game. And looking at that game, like, Zorn did amazing, but talk about Udil as well, dude. Like, Udil's been phenomenal on the Farsa.
It's pretty much nothing can stop this Farsa.
Nothing can stop this duo.
Yeah, there's no dive actually. The only dive is Sanji from the Arlet, but I think the Arlet is more concerned about the Roger than it is the Farsa, so it's almost a free game for Udil. And even when there is someone to go to the backlines, like I said, Ruby and Cho, good counters to dive compositions just because of the chain CCs that can come out from this combo. Look at the damage. Like, Sword is basically alley-ooping everything too.
Exactly.
Look at that, another alley-oop.
And sometimes the oop comes before the alley.
Oh yeah.
It just completes itself.
It's Oop alley.
What?
Oop alley. It's of the alley.
I guess.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the local Saudi dish called the Omali. Yeah.
Dude, I love the Umali, man.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, Omali all day.
Yes, sir.
Omali all day.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, Udil is indeed our match Sony MVP. 13 KDA, 72% kill participation.
Clean.
Dude.
Clean 13. And if there's anything that I want to say about Udil right now, and for all of his career, he's in his prime, dude.
Yeah.
This is prime Udil. I mean, he's won an MSC before.
Yep.
He's won multiple championships.
During the Kage era, dude, that was unstoppable. But now, it's almost like he took a break, and then now he's back. But
so how do you deal with that?
You deal with that by looking at the SCC predictions. Do you guys predicted correctly? Did you guys thought that Homeboys was going to win? Well, it all really depends when you guys actually told us if Homeboys is going to win. For you guys that said Twisted Mind was going to win, it's unfortunate. But again, shout out to those who voted. You guys are amazing, and make sure you guys are prepared to predict for the next one. And you guys can head on to stcplay.gg to actually vote to see who you guys are going to vote, because the next one is going to be TLPH, Team Liquid, Philippines, going up against Team Spirit. And we got to talk about that one, because that one as well is going to be an elimination match. If TLPH wins 2-0, we basically completed our groups.
Okay, seeing recent Liquid matchups, seeing TLPH in other prolific tournaments prior to MSC, it's doable for Team Spirit. Can I just say that? It's doable.
It's doable.
But I don't know what Team Spirit did in the past couple of days to get that reset in, because them getting swept by Homeboys, that's got to have left a mark.
That's not part of my bingo card for sure. I really feel like at bare minimum, that will be a 1-1 setup.
Hey, Balloon!
Oh!
Hey!
Whoa! Whoa! This is surprise! Whoa!
How are you?
Okay. Wow! Okay.
Hello.
Baloy.
So, first of all, we just like to welcome Baloyski. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
I gotta
my
ask,
pleasure.
Were you able to catch the game just now?
Yeah, I catch it, and it's kind of expected for me. The Homeboys one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, was there any surprises coming in from that match, Homeboys going up against Twisted Mind? Because you said it was expected, but was there anything that was a little bit that, oh, I didn't expect this one?
I didn't expect Sorn to overcome his recall. He recalled more than I expected.
He recalled more than expected. Now, is it fair to ask you about the next match as well? Because it's going to be Team Liquid PH going up against Team Spirit. What are you predicting for that one?
I just predict that it will be the exciting match for sure because both of them is strong. Though it's quite sad because Team Secret and Echo will probably one of Team Spirit and Liquid will probably go home, one of them. So it's sad.
Yeah, that's right. Because technically speaking, Homeboys have already made it, so
that's one locked in.
They only have to wait for Echo or Team Liquid Echo or Team Spirit.
I mean, that's the crazy thing, right? Because imagine if Team Spirit is able to get 2-0 onto Liquid Echo.
That spices up the bracket.
That spices up my lunch, dinner, and supper.
I
Get some umali with that.
I actually wanted to ask Baloy, what do you feel like? How do you think that Liquid Echo was able to overcome Falcons APBren, and they are now the champions? What look good in the group stages?
The secret of Echo is always a momentum. I always see that Echo is a momentum team. Once they got their momentum, all team is in danger.
Okay. Can I ask something very interesting, because this is Baloy. When it comes to the roamer picks, anything can happen. So let me know, is there any spicy roamer pick that we can expect, even if it's not in MSC, that you can see in ranked games? Because I saw your Harley roam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rank players should pick Harley. It's good.
Harley roam.
Harley. Yeah, hit roam.
Okay. All right. So watch out for Sawo. Watch out for JP. They might play Harley roam.
Yeah. Especially JP.
Here's the thing. If JP picks up the Harley roam and then he loses, now we can say it's JP's fault.
Yeah. Even if he wins,
it's always his fault.
If win, lose, it's either JP's fault or Lubukang Baloy. Lubukang Baloy. Now again, for the game coming up next, do you think that there's a chance that it could be a 1-1, or you think it's gonna be a full 2-0?
For me, it's a high chance to be a 1-1 or 2-0 Echo.
Either way, you're leaning towards Echo.
Yeah.
What about you, gentlemen?
I'll have to copy Baloy. Yeah, it's a 2-0 Team Liquid Echo.
Because if I were to take Baloy's answer, it's very high likely that it could be a 1-1 or 2-0, which, yes.
Yeah.
That's the only two options.
Yeah.
What about you, Leo?
It's a sweep.
It's a sweep? You think it is a sweep?
Cavalry's taking this.
Right?
Ooh. I thought you were the leader of the Bombanatics, bro.
I am. That's why it's so painful for me. So I have to just band-aid it and say, I'm sorry, Kid Bomba. But
hey,
this Liquid we're talking about.
You know, with that, Baloy, what do you think that Team Spirit can do to go up against Team Liquid, either in the draft or in game?
They just gonna be. They just have to be themselves. Like, continue their strength. Last M5, they just gonna. They need to be confident, because if they don't, Echo will slaughter them.
Yeah, because I feel like some teams, they try to bend towards the meta, but really, according to Baloy, the way that you win is you gotta